Tens of millions of dollars in campaign ads are now flooding your television, social media, and your mailboxes. Virginia's redistricting debate is in full swing, and early voting is already underway. Voters will head to the polls in just 2 weeks. Last week, News 4 told you about a round of deceptive campaign flyers that were going around. Well, a new batch was just released, and some say they draw on Jim Crow-era politics. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder has our report.
This flyer suggests former President Obama wants you to vote against Virginia's redistricting referendum. He doesn't. He wants you to vote yes. This sign at a Prince William County polling location suggests Governor Abigail Spanberger wants you to vote against it too. She doesn't. She wants you to vote yes. This billboard has President Donald Trump's face next to a vote yes message. The problem is President Trump has not endorsed voting for or against the redistricting referendum. All of this mixed messaging is costing tens of millions of dollars and sowing confusion in the final 2 weeks ahead of the election in which voters will decide if Virginia's Democratic majority legislature should redraw congressional districts with a strong blue lean.
This is about Virginians taking back their voice.
Corinne Charles Dongo is the campaign manager for Vote Yes. She's pushing back against this campaign mailer that was sent out by former Republican state delegate A.C. Cordoza, who acknowledges the flyer draws on imagery from the Jim Crow era and likens the redistricting effort to attempts made in the past to whitewash predominantly black districts.
2 majority-minority districts that they're destroying and making majority Caucasian. Tell me another definition. Tell me another word that fits the definition more than the textbook definition of Jim Crow that is.
What do you say to his comparison there?
I mean, he's just flat out wrong. When you look at the districts, particularly Congressional District 3, Congressman Bobby Scott, Congressional Districts 4, Representative Jennifer McClellan, that's unchanged.
But they have changed, according to Philip Thompson, former leader of the Virginia NAACP and current executive director for the National Black Nonpartisan Redistricting Organization. Thompson says the data doesn't lie, and black voters have been shuffled around into the newly proposed district maps that would make those districts predominantly white. Thompson finds himself in this debate after writing an op-ed that questioned whether or not these new maps would actually help black Virginians. Shortly after the op-ed, he became the subject of what he considers to be another misleading campaign flyer.
I never saw the flyer. I didn't know.
He also doesn't know how he feels about this partisan redistricting effort because he isn't convinced black voters will be fairly represented.
If we come to the aid of the Democrats again, what's in it for us? And no one's been able to delineate that. It's just, we got to stop Trump, which is an admirable goal, and I support that goal 100%. But in the end, when the dust settles, what's in it for us?
The referendum is on the ballot now for early voting through Election Day on April 21st. In Northern Virginia, Drew Wilder, News 4.